Hey there. Hello, hello. So today we're on lesson 20 in part 1. The title for this one is I am determined to see. Woo! This is going to be good. All right. So I am determined to see. We have been quite casual about our practice periods thus far. There has been virtually no attempt to direct the time for undertaking them. Minimal effort has been required, and not even active cooperation and interest have been asked. This approach has been intentional and very carefully planned. We have not lost sight of the crucial importance of the reversal of your thinking. The salvation of the world depends on it, yet you will not see if you regard yourself as being coerced, and if you give in to resentment and opposition. This is our first attempt to introduce structure. Do not misconstrue it as an effort to exert force or pressure. You want salvation. You want to be happy. You want peace. You do not have them now because your mind is totally undisciplined and you cannot distinguish between joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain, love and fear. You are now learning how to tell them apart, and great indeed will be your reward. Your decision to see is all that vision requires. What you want is yours. Do not mistake the little effort that is asked of you for an indication that our goal is of little worth. Can the salvation of the world be a trivial purpose? And can the world be saved if you are not? God has one Son, and He is the resurrection and the life. His will is done because all power is given Him in heaven and on earth. In your determination to see is vision given you. The exercises for today consist in reminding yourself throughout the day that you want to see. Today's idea also tacitly implies the recognition that you do not see now. Therefore, as you repeat the idea, you are stating that you are determined to change your present state for a better one, and one you really want. Repeat today's idea slowly and positively at least twice an hour today, attempting to do so every half hour. Do not be distressed if you forget to do so, but make a real effort to remember. The extra repetitions should be applied to any situation, person, or event that upsets you. You can see them differently, and you will. What you desire, you will see. Such is the real law of cause and effect as it operates in the world. So this one is interesting, and I find it interesting, and maybe the we was noticed for reference before, but I found it particularly interesting that I'm seeing the use of we. The voice is in we instead of I. I guess that's in lesson 19 as well. I see that. Maybe it's sooner. So that was an interesting observation. And also the fact that this is now given as an exercise for every 30 minutes. That's going to be interesting. And hoping that I can remember. And I'm trying to think of ways that I can remember to do that exercise. But observing that I am determined to see. And also noticing that if anything distresses me, that I can apply this idea to distressing circumstances and situations. You can see them differently, and you will. What you desire, you will see. Such is the real law of cause and effect as it operates in the world. And that's interesting, hearkening back to the law of cause and effect, as if this goes in alignment with, I think it was yesterday's reading, cause and effect. So that's kind of neat. The timing is neat. And it's also interesting because yesterday's lesson about cause and effect mentioned how God has one Son. Let me refer back to it because it was very interesting and new concept that God has one Son, and perhaps it was 2 days ago, in fearing conflict. But he mentions that we are all God's one Son, which was a new idea for me. Where is it? You have misperceived or miscreated us and believe in what you have made. Oh, here it is. It is in Cause and Effect, section 7, in part 6. It should be noted, especially that God has only one son. If all his creations are his sons, every one must be an integral part of the whole sonship. The sonship in its oneness transcends the sum of its parts. However, this is obscured as long as any of its parts is missing. That is why the conflict cannot be ultimately resolved until all parts of the sonship have returned. Only then can the meaning of wholeness in the true sense be understood. Any part of the sonship can believe in error or incompleteness if he so chooses. However, if he does so, he is believing in the existence of nothingness. The correction of this error is the atonement. So to take that idea and bring it forward into how it mentioned, where is it? In lesson 20, part 3, God has one son and he is the resurrection and the life. His will is done because all power is given him in heaven and on earth. In your determination to see is vision given to you. So I wonder how we incorporate these two ideas together. If they're meant to go together, God has one son, and also, if all of his creations are his sons, everyone must be an integral part of the whole sonship. The sonship in its oneness transcends the sum of its parts. However, this is obscured as long as any of its parts is missing. So in essence, we need to bring the missing parts back. And his son is the resurrection and the life. How do we integrate those together? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Definitely something to ponder and to meditate on. And again, the exercises I am determined to see. So perhaps we can see the answer and reconcile those two ideas, because one is very commonly held in Christianity, and the other one is definitely a new idea. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, and go ahead and leave me a comment if you have any thoughts. And I look forward to hearing from you. I hope you have a blessed day, and we'll see you tomorrow.